Hello, welcome. I mean, look at this scenery. We are near Kabul, the capital of Afghanistan.
Charlie India, Charlie Alpha 06, turn left, heading 035, vectors for the approach.
Turn left, heading 035, CIC 06. Yeah, the capital of Afghanistan. And look at this scenery. We are in the middle of the mountains. Those very tall mountains you can see in the back are already the Hindu Kush, the western tip of the Himalayas. And we are being vectored towards the ILS approach to Kabul, which should be interesting because we're coming from the south. The ILS comes from the east. And yeah, might be a bit long. Let's see how we handle it, because this is very tricky terrain. And you know, Kabul. What's to say about Kabul? I really don't want to say anything about the current state of Kabul, so I try to learn a little bit about the history. And it's interesting because pretty much up until now in my trajectory, since I came from Europe and Africa, whenever we had a very early mention of some place, it usually came from Greece. Herodotus in his history mentioned this place, blah 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 blah. Kabul, however, I think is the first place that's first mentioned, not from Greece, but from India, from the Rig Veda, which is one of the canonical texts of Hinduism, mentions Kabul, and that was written, no one knows exactly, but probably more than before 1000 BCE, so it's very old. And that's the thing about Afghanistan, I guess. Afghanistan is the land that's between the west and the east. It was the land between Greece and India, and then later the land between Persia and Arab culture and India. But it's also, you know, its own thing. Afghanistan is its own place. So throughout the centuries and the millennia, Kabul was part of I don't know how many empires and kingdoms, and it was always a trade center. It was also a center of learning of Zoroastrian, Buddhist, Hinduist, Greek, Muslim studies, and a meeting point, really. And I really want to be vectored away from this mountain over here. But are we actually going to run into it while I'm waxing lyrical? No, I don't think so. I think we're okay. Anyway. And again, part of so many places when Islam came in the 8th century, it then became part of many Muslim dynasties, and then came the Mongols, which destroyed a large bit of this area, but also brought new cultural influences, and then it became part of the Mughal Empire. Mughal, I don't know exactly how to say it, which was of course centered on India, and yeah, I mean, it's just, that's Kabul's over there. I think we're going to turn left at some point and join the ILS over here. So yeah, imagine how much history there is, or there used to be here before the last, honestly, the last 200 years, and especially the last 50 years pretty much wrecked this place completely. Anyway, oh my god, look at how pretty this is. Kabul is in a valley. You see, it's about 5,000 feet high, but that still counts as a valley because the mountains start getting really high from the north. We're going to try to cross the Hindu Kush next time. I don't even know if the Comanche can do it. So, yeah, I'll have thinking to do. But I should start getting ready for some sort of landing, shall we? Let's turn on landing lights. Fuel pump. Because once we turn left, we need to descend a little bit towards Stitch, even though we haven't been told to descend. And then a little bit more to Eagle here, and they're very close. So yeah, I'm gonna descend a little bit. 10,200 feet. Now that we cross that higher peak. The airport is default, I have no idea how it's...
Charlie India, Charlie Alpha 06, descend to 10,000 feet.
Descend to 10,000 feet, CIC 06. Oh yeah, we've already been told to descend.
Charlie India, Charlie Alpha 06, turn left, heading 360.
Turn left, heading 360, CIC 06. We're slow enough that we can deploy gear.
Charlie India, Charlie Alpha 06, turn left, heading 360, descend to 9,800 feet.
Turn left, heading 360, descend to 9,800 feet, CIC 06. The final approach is to
Charlie India, Charlie Alpha 06, 3 miles from Stitch, turn left, heading 300, maintain 9,800 feet until established. Cleared ILS runway 29er.
Turn left, heading 300, maintain 9,800 feet until established. Clear ILS runway 29er, CIC 06. So yeah, this is the final turn. We'll be switched to the tower soon, once we're established, which is almost now. Just need to descend a little bit more. Come on. And yeah, see, we turn away from the mountains and towards the valley. And this should be the runway. And this should be Kabul. Let me hold altitude at this point here. Center CIC 06 established on final.
Charlie India, Charlie Alpha 06, affirmative.
So now we're already on VLOC. Once we hit Hegel, we can start descending, and I'll turn off autopilot, so let me drop gear. Plane is shaking a lot. I don't have no idea about the wind. We don't have KNH information either, so I'll add just a little bit more mixture and full props. Turning off autopilot and we'll start descending. Some semblance of flaps. Trimming up. And catching up with descent.
Kabul radar, Camgar 901 heavy, 6,400 feet.
Charlie India, Charlie Alpha 06, contact Kabul Tower 125.4, have a good afternoon.
125.4, CIC 06.
Negative, tower on 125.4.
Oh, shut up. Tower CIC06 on final runway 29.
Charlie India, Charlie Alpha, 06, Kabul Tower, runway 29er, clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 29er, CIC06. No wind information, but look, I can't keep the plane going to the right. This is gonna be tricky. The runway is over there, but we're being pushed on the right. And I'm trying to compensate. Okay, let's see what I can do. I can trim up a bit more. Seem to be catching up. It's a long approach. See, we start the descent, we're about 10 miles from the airport. And this is the city. As I said, I don't know anything about modern Kabul. I mean, other than what everyone knows, I guess. It's Kabul River running through the city. There are some factories, I guess, maybe a power plant. It's a large city, of course, largest city in Afghanistan. And the airport, I think it's one of the few airports in the country that should be more or less fully working, but a little bit more trim. We're good on altitude, remember, ILS, we follow this little thing here. But we're still being pushed quite heavily, so it's hard to. And I want this to be as straight as possible, and it currently isn't. We're still 2,000 feet on the runway. I mean, 2,000 feet above the runway. Assuming QNH is completely wild, so we'll do it visually, really. And follow the arrow is actually a better, because we are very close. Speed is fine. We're actually lower than we should be now, which is okay, given how the Comanche likes to float. I'm just wondering about this crosswind because it's getting really serious. I need to start turning left now. Miles from the runway, a little less than that. It is very pretty. Again, those mountains over there. The weather is fine. It's just a crosswind. Oh my god, we're gonna land sideways here. I think that's a very heavy headwind too, because we are, which is good, but $6,800. I don't see peppy lights either. So we are going to improvise. Checking full flaps. Everything okay down here. No need Ito hit. Now we're very high. Oh my god, okay. Let's descend. I should do the final check earlier, really, instead of 2 miles from the runway. Anyway. I'd love to see at least the windsock, but we'll make do, we'll make do. Putting power. Shaking still the plane, and can't see my inputs, but it's complicated. Probably. Okay, more or less going straight. It's very pretty. Look at this. Oh, I have no idea if this looks like this in real life though, but yeah, I think there's a windsock, and as you can see, things are, let's see. See how it goes. Look at this, that's probably 20 knots crosswind or something. Oh, okay. Hold it. Keep going. Low. Low. Low.
Charlie India, Charlie Alpha 06. Exit left at Bravo.
Well, exit left at Bravo CIC-06. In real life, we'd probably have wrecked their landing gear, but that's Charlie. Is Bravo after or before it? Long window. Long window. This window. Bravo is the next one. Okay. Oof. Okay, that was not a good landing, but as you saw, crosswind was really way beyond, I think, what the Piper Comanche could actually do. Again, the maximum demonstrated crosswind is 17 knots, and that looked worse than that. Phew, yeah, but look at this, man, the Hindu Kush ahead of us. Kabul, Afghanistan, very pretty. Next time, we'll brave the mountains. I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you next time.